All right, so staying in the Ford lane, sort of.
Yeah.
But also staying in the I told you so, got Bert in the back seat saying I told you so, right?
I hate to say I told you so.
On this very program, on this very podcast, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, I'm Keith, that's Jay. We are the Parts Counter Gurus. We have a little podcast over on our website, which is ironically partscounterguru.com or partscountergurus.com. Plural or singular will get you to the same destination.
Because sometimes we're one, sometimes we're two.
Yeah. It just depends on the day, right? If it ends in Y, you never know. All right, so anyway, make sure you check out the podcast over there. Thank you, and thank you all for subscribing. Last week on the podcast, I said, and this is so fresh in my memory, Jay, that this one's going to be easy for me to find. I'm going to have to call this one back and put it over here somewhere on the screen, right? But basically, this is a warning to me. So you have the Rivian model. Okay, so if we're going to get into the EV game, if we're going to get into the EV market, there are some established protocols. You know, Tesla kind of started that whole thing on a big scale. Rivian was next. Ford's now entering the market. And the difference in those three is that Ford is a traditional dealership model. The other two are not.
Correct.
And so you have situations where some of these dealers are attempting to gouge, I guess, for lack of a better term, this short supply that, Jay, you just referenced in availability, these F-150s.
Right.
And we found this on Electrek, but Electrek.
Electrek,
but it's out there widely. They had 200,000 reservations.
It's 200,000.
They're going to try to crank 15,000 of them out this year in 2022.
Right.
55,000 in 23. So here's the danger that I see. If you're going to try to gouge people based on supply and demand, and you burn those consumers, they're not going to buy your brand anymore. So if Rivian's not doing it, and Tesla's not doing it, and some of these other direct-to-consumer manufacturers, they're going to risk Ford's going to step in at some point and go, okay, dealers, knock it off or we're cutting you out. And that turns the whole dealer model on its head. Right?
It does.
Yes. But basically, it was along the gist of dealerships be warned. This price gouging thing that you Ford dealers are tempted to do over these F-150 Lightning reservations is going to bite you. And I think I cited a whole bunch of Rivian and the direct-to-consumer sales model they're doing, and Tesla and the direct-consumer sales model they're doing is going to be able to bypass all that nonsense. And those people that are on the fence might look away from Ford if they don't knock it off, right?
Right.
Because there ain't nobody that wants there are very few people that want an F-150 Lightning so bad that they are willing to be gouged another $30,000.
In fact, I know of a few people that did have reservations for this, and they caught wind of it, and they started shopping around. They went ahead and just bought another vehicle. They went to Hyundai. That's how bad it. Yeah. Hey, just saying.
So I said Ford. I'm telling you this, man. I said Ford's going to have to step in and tell these guys to knock it off. And apparently somebody at Ford listens to the program, Jay, because a letter went out this week. Yep. Go ahead. You got it?
Yeah, Vice President of Sales, Andrew Frick, sent a letter to dealers warning them against trying to get customers with reservations for the F-150 Lightning Electric to pay additional fees to place their final orders, which became available this week, by the way. The letter was issued on Friday and surfaced on the Ford F-150 Gen 14.
Okay, now hold on, wait a second. Now, I'm not saying that it was us.
Right.
But the podcast came out on Wednesday.
Yes.
And this letter came out on Friday, which gave this guy exactly 48 hours. It's just coincidence.
He's probably watching our podcast, because I do tag them. They get tagged. So Ford Motor Company is listening.
Please continue.
Here's the deal. They put the letter up on the fan forum, but its authenticity was later confirmed by Ford. This is according to Fox Business. But since then, I went to that site, the F-150Gen14.com fan site.
Takedown. They got a takedown notice.
Takedown.
Yep.
It's done. It was removed. Ford said remove it. We don't want it out
it's
there.
Confidential, yeah.
They say in the letter that these actions are perceived as threatening customers by withholding their opportunity to convert reservations to orders. He went on to reference a section of the sales service agreement that says Ford dealers shall avoid in every way any bait, deceptive, misleading, confusing, or illegal advertising or business practices, and said any outlet found in violation may lose their entire allocation of trucks for the year.
I got more.
Go.
This guy almost quoted me. We are competing with others who have a direct model, and we need to be very mindful of how customers perceive Ford and our dealer network. I told you. Oh my God.
I hate to say I told you so.
Could it have anything to do with a recent reveal of a Silverado EV or a Hummer EV or a Rivian truck? I mean, guys, get a handle on it.
Well, what was the whole, you can have 5 M&Ms today with the kids, or you can have the whole bag if you wait a week, and the kids couldn't, it was like if you asked a 5-year-old, they just can't, they got to have the 5 right now. These dealers are kind of behaving like that. Not all dealers. Just the ones that are trying to price gouge. It's like, I'm going to take the cash in hand today so that I can gouge this guy on this one sale, and maybe forego the long-term relationship. Now, to be fair, because I've got an order in on an RV right now, and there's a similar thing going on. Some of this is the car hasn't been built yet. There's going to be inflation. There's going to be price changes on components used. We don't know what that car that we are not going to be able to build for you for 6 months is going to ultimately end up costing. So there is going to be some sort of price adjustment. I understand that, everybody. For those of you that are like, well, they're not going to... Yeah, I know. They can't give you a sales price at this point in the game until that thing's sitting on the lot.
It's the whole picture. The cost of goods to build this thing is going to change.
I get it. But what you can't do is you can't just arbitrarily slap on another 20 grand.
Which, by the way, you dealerships out there, you've been doing it on this, not only this, but you've been doing it on vehicles that you have on your lot, and that is unfair. That is price gouging. You guys need to stop it.
My beloved Toyota FJ, there is a Toyota dealer very close to me that shall remain nameless that I called and said, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to sell me one of these, and I understand that this is a limited production run of 2,500, I think it was, and the guy literally just rang back with, well, there's going to be a price adjustment on it because of that, and I went, okay, well, not from the other dealer, so see ya.
Right.
And if I'm gonna, and there was another dealer in town. It was Beeman, who is dealt in volume, and they were like, sure, it's just another sale for us. We'll sell it to you for a fair price.
And I'm telling you that the markup on some of these things, these additional fees and costs, has in some cases gotten as high as 30 grand.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
On a Ford F-150 electric truck.
Which is already expensive in itself. And then you're going to slap another, 10, 15, 30,000 due to demand.
I mean, I could see it with a Lucid or a Karma or something that's...
Those are VIP type vehicles.
Yeah.
Those are very limited production. It's a different game.
Ferrari, sure.
This is
e-tron, Audi e-tron. Yeah, I could see it, right? It's a luxury automobile.
Right.
This is like blue collar. I just, no. It's going to come back to bite them. All right, you got to get me out of this, Jay, or my head's going to explode.
Whew, boy, man, I tell you what, we can talk and talk and talk all day about stuff like this. You're out of it. We're done.